Good evening, everyone. Okay, uh, so I think you can see the slides now. Suppose if you have, or if you're not seeing the slides, suppose if my voice is not audible, you can let me know. Okay. So in the last class, I think maybe the last Sunday, we discussed some of the problems in theory of equations. Sorry, theory of inference. Uh, So now, maybe this is the last class for theory of inference, and then we'll go to quantifiers. Okay. So here, validity of verbal arguments. Okay. So look at here. Determine the validity of the following arguments. If two sides of a triangles are equal, okay, if two sides of a triangles are equal, then the opposites angles are equal. Okay, so this is the first sentence. If two sides of a triangle are equal, then opposite angles are equal. Second premises is uh, two sides of a triangle are not equal. Okay, that is the second premises. Conclusion is therefore the opposite angles are not equal. Okay, so let us indicate the statement as follows. I will take P. P is two sides of triangles are equal. That is P. This is P. Q is the two opposite angles are equal. Okay. Now I'll write in the notation. First sentence is what? Two sides of a triangle are equal is P implies Q. Q is this is Q. Okay. And second premise is what? Two sides of a triangle are not equal. So that means negation of P. Therefore, so implies the opposite angles are not equal. Opposite angles are not equal means negation Q. So usually we will solve this problem without using truth table, but here they are using truth table. So we'll check it. P implies Q and negation P implies negation Q. This should be tautology. Okay. So then only it is valid statement. Otherwise, it is not valid. So you know how to find the P, Q, P implies Q, negation P, okay, and then P implies Q and negation P. Up to this, everything you know. Okay, there is no need to explain you because you know truth table well, very well. Now, this is what P implies Q and the negation P. So this column implies this column. So if I put one more box like this here, this implies this. That is conditional. So FF means what? Here also only it has false if you have what? This is T, this is F. Remaining all other cases what? True. So FF not true, FT null true, FTF na false, TT means true. So I have a third place, okay, is false. So remaining everything is true, and hence this is not a tautology. So this is not a tautology means this is not a valid statement. That's all. So this shows that P implies Q and negation P implies negation Q is not a tautology. Hence the conclusion. What is the conclusion? Negation Q is not valid. That's all. Okay. So the second problem, determine the validity of the following argument. If 7 is a prime number, then 7 does not divide 35. So this is the first premise. Second premise is 7 divides 35. This is second premise. Conclusion is 7 is not a prime number. Okay. So we will indicate this statement as follows. P is 7 is a prime number. Okay. Q is 7. You can take Q, 7 divides 35, or you can take Q is what? 7 does not divide 35 also you can take. That is up to you. Okay. Now conclusion is what? we need to prove 7 divides 35. Okay. Now the given statement you should write in the form P. This is P. 7 is a prime number is what? P implies 7 does not divide 35 means what? Negation Q. Suppose if you take some Q is 7 does not divide 35 means what? P implies Q. Here we'll get. Okay. Now comma and then 7 divides 35 means here Q. Okay. Tautologically imply 7 is not a prime number. 7 is not a prime number means negation P. So directly you can, without using truth table, you can easily prove that this one, because we know that contrapositive of the first one is what? Q implies negation P. So Q, this is Q. Q implies negation P is what? Negation P. Directly, without using truth table, you can solve this problem. But that's why I don't give a solution here. Okay. So directly you can get this one for a solution. So that's why this is a valid argument. This is a valid argument. Okay. So next problem. Determine the validity of the following argument. My father praises me only if I can be proud of myself. Either I do well in sports or I cannot be proud of myself. So this is the second premises. Third one, if I study hard, then I cannot do well in sports. Third one. So conclusion. Therefore, if father praises me, then I do not study well. So this is the conclusion. So let us indicate the statement as follows. So P is my father praises me. Q, I can be proud of myself. R is what? I do well in sports. Okay. S is I study hard. So I think only these four. Right. This is in the symbolic form like this. The given argument. First, my father praises me only if I can be proud of myself. So P implies what? Q. Okay, my father praises me only if I can be what? Proud of myself. Okay, so when I can be proud of myself, if my father praises me, so that's why P implies Q. Okay, next, either I do well in sports. What is I do well in sports? R, and then OR. OR is here. That's why R. Okay, I cannot be proud of myself. I cannot be proud of myself means negation Q. Negation Q. And then third one, if I study hard, so that means what? S, then, so implies, okay, if I study hard, then I cannot do well in sports. I cannot do well in sports, negation R. Okay, so therefore implies, if father praises me means P, then implies I do not study well. I do not study well means okay, I study hard. Okay, I got opposite that I do not study well. So negation is okay. So now you can here they written formally. Okay, I should you know how to write. Okay, we'll put a table like this. This side 1, 2, 3. This side will write what? Rule P, rule T. Similarly, you can write. Okay, now at the desired results, P implies negation S. So here they are going to use rule CP. So okay, without using rule CP also you can solve this problem, but they are using rule CP. So what is a rule CP? If it is a form, the conclusion is of a form A implies B. Assume A is an additional premises, and then prove what? B. Then you can prove B. You can prove A implies B without using only the given premises. Again, I'll repeat rule CP. if it is of the form, the conclusion is of the form A implies B, you should assume A is an additional premises, and using A and using the given premises, try to get what? B. Then you can get A implies B from the given premises alone. So that is rule CP. Okay, that's why here I am going to assume A. Here instead of A, I have what? P. P is, I am assuming true. True means I am assuming there is an additional premises. So P, comma, P implies Q, R negation Q, comma, S implies negation R. Implies what? B. B is what? Negation S. Okay, now P, comma, P implies Q is what? Q. Now Q I have, so Q, comma, R, and R negation Q is what? R. Now R and the last one, S implies negation R is what? Negation S. First you should apply contrapositive, you'll get what? R implies negation S. R, comma, R implies negation S is what? Negation S. So I got negation S. So thus the argument is valid. That's all. Okay. So maybe okay, I'll put full screen. Okay. Show that the following system of premises is inconsistent. Okay, now you can, I'll read the sentence. The contract is satisfied if and only if the building is completed by November 30. The building is completed by November 30 if and only if the electrical subcontractor completes his work by November 10. The bank loses money if and only if the contract is not satisfied. The electrical subcontractor completes his work by November 10 if and only if the bank loses money. Okay, so we need to check whether the system of premises is inconsistent. Inconsistent means we need to show. Okay, that means finally you should put contradiction. Okay, so now first I'll take, you can take PQRS or you can take like this CBEL. So the contract, that's why they'll take C. The contract is satisfied. Next to the building is completed by November 30th. And then next one is what? The electrical subcontractor completes his work by November 10. The bank loses money. Okay. So now you can see here if and only if and only if means both side arrow. Okay, the contract is satisfied. That's why C biconditional. The building is completed by November 30. So B, C biconditional B. And then next, the building is completed by November 30. That is B. B is here. And if and only if the electrical subcontractor completes his work by November 10. That is E. So B biconditional E. The bank loses money if and only if. Bank loses money means L. If and only if the contract is not satisfied. The contract is not satisfied means negation C. So L biconditional negation C. And then finally, the electrical subcontractor completes his work by November 10. That is E. If and only if means biconditional. The bank loses money. That is E biconditional L. Okay. So again, I'll start from first two. So C biconditional B, comma B biconditional E means, so you can directly write what? C biconditional what? E. So now C biconditional E I have, and then okay, from C biconditional E, and then the last one E biconditional L. From this we have C biconditional L. C biconditional. Next, from C biconditional L and L biconditional negation C, we have what? C biconditional negation C. So actually, which is a contradiction because C implies negation C. Similarly, what negation C implies C means it's a contradiction, and hence the system is what? Inconsistent. So if you have any doubts, I think in the I think I explained 2-3 problems. If you have any doubts, you can ask to me. Okay. Show that the following set of premises is inconsistent. Again, if the contract is valid, then John is liable for penalty. It's the first premises. If John is liable for penalty, he will he will go bankrupt. If the money will, sorry, if the bank will loan him money, he will not go bankrupt. As a matter of fact, the contract is valid and the bank will loan him money. Okay, so first one, V. V is what? The contract is valid. L is what? John is liable for penalty. And then, okay, okay, why it is here? I don't know exactly. Okay, so look at this one. Okay, VL, and then the contract is valid. That is V. John is liable for penalty L, and then he will go for bankrupt. Okay, that one they will take B. He will go for bankrupt is B. Still, I have what? Bank will loan him money. Bank will loan him money is M. So only 4. Now you should write one by one. So first one is what? If the contract is valid, that means V. Then John is liable for penalty. So V implies L. First premises. V implies S. Okay. Second one. If John is liable for penalty, he will go bankrupt. So V implies B. Okay, V implies B. Third one. If the bank will loan him money, means I think B. He will not go for bankrupt. Bank will loan him money means M. I think M. Bank will loan him money means M. He will not go bankrupt means M implies negation B. Okay. Next, as a matter of fact, okay, the contract is valid. That means V, and the bank will loan him money. The bank will loan him money means M. So V and M. V and M. Okay. So now we'll take V implies L is a given premises, and L implies B is also given premises. From this we have what? V implies B. Okay, from 1 and 2, that is rule T. Next, I'll take V and M. This is rule P. From V and M, because we know P and Q, and we have what? P, comma Q. So that's why V and M, from this P and M, we have what? V, M. Okay, next, from V, comma, V implies B. Okay, V, comma, V implies B is what? B. Next, you'll use one more premises. M implies negation B. Now M comma M implies negation B is what? Negation B. Now B comma negation B. So that is B and negation B. That's a contradiction. So that's the given set of premises leads to a contradiction, and hence it is what? Inconsistent. Okay. So next one. Construct an argument to show the following premises imply the conclusion it rained. Actually, we discussed similar type. The you can check it in your maybe in your note. Okay, the same set of premises. The wording may be different. Okay, it rained. It rained is the conclusion. If it does not rain, or if there is no traffic dislocation, then the sports day will be held and the cultural program will go on. From here to here, one premises. And then if the sports day is held, the trophy will be awarded. This is the second one. And the and the trophy will not, the trophy was not awarded. This is the third one. So conclusion is what? It rained. So first I will take it rains. I'll take P. There is no traffic dislocation. I'll take Q. Sports day will be held. That is R. Cultural program will go on. That is S. The trophy awarded will be awarded. That is T. The first one is what? If it does not rain. If it does not rain means negation P. R. R. There is no traffic dislocation. There is no traffic dislocation means negation Q. It then implies the sports day will be held. Sports day will be held with R. And the cultural program will go on. Cultural program will go on means yes. So R and S. The first premise is over. Okay. If the sports day is held, that means what? R. Then the trophy will be awarded. Trophy R implies T. Okay, next, the trophy was not awarded. That is negation T. That is the third premises. Conclusion is what? It rained. That is P. Actually, similar type of problem means I think it is not rain. I think foggy something. I don't know exactly, but the same set of premises we have. So we'll discuss here. So negation P, first I will take what? Negation P or negation Q implies R and S. So this is the given, maybe the first premises. Okay, from here to here, how to get? Okay, using this rule. So A or B, this is A or B implies, consider everything is C. This is equivalent to A implies C and B implies C. So you should remember this rule. So A implies C. This is C and B. This is B implies C, R and S. Okay. Next, from here to here. Okay. I think they are written directly. First step I will write here. Maybe in the. Okay. I will write. From this P, you should consider this is what? P and Q. So I will take P. What is P? Negation P implies R and R. Negation P and R and R. I think so. Negation P. Okay. Now negation P implies R and R. Okay. P implies Q. Okay. First apply contrapositive. Contrapositive if you apply, okay, and R. Okay, you cannot apply. We take negation common. Negation common. So P R P R negation of what? Whether I am doing correct? Yes, I think this one negation. Oh, I think implies only. Okay, I think I done a mistake. So P and Q now here have implies. The negation P implies what? R and S. Now apply contrapositive. Directly will get what? Negation of R and S implies what? P. So I think you can check it here. Negation of R and S implies P. Next, rule P. R implies T. You can check it. R implies T is also one of the premises. R implies T is one of the premises. So now apply contrapositive here. Negation T implies what? Negation R. And then this is rule P. The negation T is also what? One of the premises, negation T. So now negation T, comma negation T implies negation R is what? Negation R. Okay. Now from 7 to 8 is something like crucial step here because they are using addition. So P implies P or Q. Okay, wow. So this one I am rarely use addition. Okay, wow. So here negation R implies what? Negation R or negation S. Okay, now from 8 to 9, I'll use De Morgan law, negation of R and S. Now from 3 and 9, or 9 and 3, negation of R and S, comma, negation of R and S implies P is what? P. You can see here, finally you get P. But I will show the other PDF. Maybe in that PDF, I am not using this idea, maybe slightly different one. You can also follow that. I think you can follow that idea for this ball. That slightly that is easier. I feel that. Sorry. Yes, this problem, 12th problem. If actually here if it is does not rain or it is not foggy, then the sailing race will be held and the life-saving demonstration will go on. Okay, the same idea. Okay, finally the conclusion is what it rained. Here you should write similarly P, Q, R, S, okay, T, and the premises is similar, is same. Both of them are same. Here I used first the same premises. Okay, so here next this is what A or P or Q implies R means what? P implies R, P implies R, P implies R, and Q implies R, and Q implies R. Next, I will use P and Q. I will get what? P. Next, I apply contrapositive, not contrapositive. Uh, okay. P implies Q. P implies Q is what? Negation of P. Negation of P is what? P R and S. And then apply distributive P R R and PRS. Next, again I'll use P and Q implies what? P. So PRR. Okay, first one is what? PRR. I'll get it using what? P and Q. I'll get P. P is what? PRR. Now PRR implies what? Negation P implies R. Next, contrapositive of 7. Negation R implies P. And then rule P. That is R implies T is one of the premises. You can check it later. Next, 10 is contrapositive of what? 9. Negation T implies negation R. Okay. Next, rule P. Negation T is one of the premises. Next, I'll get what? Using this negation R, I will get it. Next, from 8 and 12, negation R, comma negation R implies P is what? P. So I think this is the conclusion. Here I am not using what? The addition. Addition is what? P implies P or Q. So that one, that is also a rule. Okay. Usually I don't want to use that one, that addition rule. Whenever it is necessary, you can use it. So here they are not using addition rule, they are getting what? The final answer. If it is possible to get the final answer without using the addition rule, better you can follow that method. So I feel this method is better than that method. So okay, that's why I want to explain this one now. Okay. So the next one, okay. Show that the following set of premises is inconsistent. If Rama gets his degree, he will go for job. If he goes for a job, he will he will get married soon. If he goes for higher study, he will not get married. Rama gets his degree and goes for higher study. So you should check it. It is inconsistent. That means you should show it's a finally contradiction. So P, Rama gets his uh, Rama. Okay, Rama gets his degree, and Q is what? He will go for a job. Okay, and then R, he will get married soon. S, he will go for higher studies. So first line, this is what P implies. He will go for job is what Q, and then he'll go if he go for job means what Q implies he will get married soon means R. Q implies R. Third one, if he goes for higher study means what S. He will not get married. Okay, that means R, negation R. S implies negation R. Next, last one, Rama gets his degree. That means P and goes for higher study. Goes for higher study with S. Okay, so we'll discuss. The first P implies Q and Q implies R. Both of them are given premises. We have from this P implies what? R. P implies R. Next, I think the fourth one is typo. This is not P implies S. This should be P and S because you can see here there is no P implies S. It should be what? P and S. Okay. If it is P and S, using the rule simplification, we have what? P as well as what? S. Now, S implies negation R is rule P. Now, S comma S implies negation R is what? Negation R. And then from 8 and 3. So contrapositive of 3 is what? Negation R implies negation P. So negation R, comma, negation R implies negation P is what? 3 and 5. 3 and, sorry. S implies, I think I explained up to what? So PS, S implies negation R. Okay. From S comma S implies negation R is negation R. Okay. 3 and 5. Okay. Oh, 3 and 5. So P comma P implies R. P comma P implies R is what? R. Okay. P comma P implies R is R. Okay, good. Now R and negation R is what? False. Here, the fourth step, instead of P and S, remove this one, write P and S. Okay. The next problem, and maybe the last problem today's class. Prove the following statement is are inconsistent. If Jack misses many classes through illness, then he fails high school. If Jack reads a lot of books, then he is not uneducated. If Jack fails in high school, then he is uneducated. Jack misses many classes through illness and reads lot of books. So A, Jack misses many classes through illness. Then if Jack fails in high school is B, and then Jack reads lot of books is what? C, and Jack is educated or uneducated. Okay, Jack is uneducated is D. So you should write the premises. So A implies B, C implies negation D, B implies D, and then last one is what? This is A. Okay, you can check it B, C, and Jack misses many classes through illness. That is A, and reads lots of books means what? C. So now, okay. So first one, these are the premises, and the conclusion is what? Prove that inconsistent means conclusion is false. So A and B first. From this you can write A and C. A C. Okay, simplification. Next A implies B. A comma A implies B is what? B. Next B implies D is the root P. B comma B implies D is what? D. Next C implies negation D. So now contrapositive of 8 is what? D implies negation C. So D comma D implies negation C is what? Negation C. And then already you have somewhere else C. Okay, look at here. C and negation C is what? 11th step, false. Okay, next one is the open statement. So I'll stop. Maybe the next topic is quantifiers. Maybe I'll start the quantifiers in the next class. So I will tell what is open statement now. Maybe this is the last slide. So an open statement is a declarative sentence which contains one or more symbols. Okay, and it is not a true or false statement. It is not a TF statement, means it is not a true or false statements, but it is converted into a true or false statements, or produces are converted to a true or false statement when each of its symbol is replaced by a specific object from a designated set. So first one, the rational number x greater than 100. Okay, okay. If you take a rational number x greater than 100, this is not a true or false statement. Okay, but in one, instead of x, if you replace by 7, okay, then 7 is greater than 100. It's false. Suppose if we replace x by 125, we will get what? True. Similarly, in the second one, x plus y equal to 10, where x and y are integers. So this is an open statement. So if you put some specific values, x equal to 8 and y equal to 2, the statement true is true. Similarly, the last one, okay, uh, what is the last one? X is an even number, and x is what? A perfect square number. So instead of x, they will put 16. So then x 16 is an even, 16 is a perfect square. It is correct, true. So suppose instead of x, I will replace by 9. 9 is a perfect square number, but it is not an even number. So it is false. What is a false statement if you replace x by what? 9. So sentence of these types are called open statements. So next topic is quantifiers. Maybe I will take quantifiers tomorrow. Tomorrow I need to go to university again for Republic Day function. Maybe I will take the class. I think the evening. I don't know exactly the time. I will update in the WhatsApp group. Okay. Thank you. If you have any doubts, you can ask me.